To find the x and y intercepts using a graphing calculator, the first thing that we need to do is to solve the equation for y so that we can put it into the calculator. So we have 4x minus 3y is equal to 11. In order to solve for y, we'll start by subtracting 4x from both sides. So the 4x's cancel out on the left. We have negative 3y is equal to, let's write this as negative 4x plus 11. Then we'll divide both sides by negative 3. On the left-hand side, the negative 3's cancel out, and we're left with just y equals. But we need to be careful here on the right-hand side. We need to make sure that this negative 3 is divided into both of the terms in the numerator. And it's best to split that numerator, giving each one of them that denominator of a negative 3. So what we end up with on the left-hand side here is y is equal to, these two negatives are going to cancel each other out, and we'll end up with positive 4x over 3, or we could also write 4/3 x. Plus negative 11/3 can be written as minus 11/3, and this is the equation that goes into our calculator. So now let's select y equals in the top left-hand corner, and we'll input our equation. There are a couple of ways we could put in 4x over 3. I prefer to select the alpha button and then the f1 function here. So alpha and then f1 brings up this numerator-denominator function, which makes it a little easier to put fractions into our calculator. So we have 4 and then x, and we'll divide that by 3. Now we come out of that fraction and we'll say minus 11/3. And let's just say here 11 divided by 3, nothing fancy to get that 11/3 in. Then we hit enter and come over to the graph. So to get the y-intercept, we're going to select second and then the calculate function here, which is above the trace button. And we're looking for the value function, so we'll hit enter with our cursor next to the value function. And since a y-intercept is going to have an x-coordinate of 0, we just plug in 0 for x, and we see that 0 is the x-coordinate, and the y-coordinate rounded to 2 decimal place is going to be negative 3.67. Now to find our x-intercept, we again select second calculate, so hitting the trace button. And this time we're going to come down to the 0 function, so down 1 and then hit enter. And we're being asked some questions by our calculator. We are asked to get close to the x-intercept that we're looking for, but stay to the left of it, and then hit enter. We're narrowing our search down to a smaller field. The calculator now is asking for a right bound, so we bring our cursor to the right of that x-intercept, and we'll hit enter again, and then the calculator asks us for our best guess. So we bring the cursor back to close to where that x-intercept actually is, and then we'll hit enter for the third time, and now it's going to say that our 0, which is the x-intercept, is going to have an x-coordinate of 2.75 and a y-coordinate of 0.